It's election rigging at its finest. This is our residence. And they said no.
Tiffany Henyard is back in the headlines. She has some choice words to say after they pretty much didn't even allow her to be invited into the caucus. Apparently they kicked her out the Democratic Party. That's what it seemed like. Let's tune into the video, see what's going on out here in these streets.
Just start with the caucus. So just so you know, this is strictly about the caucus. It's not about anything else. So if I decline to answer, I'm strictly talking about the caucus at this moment. And then y'all will get more interviews out of me. As long as y'all good to me, I'll be good to you. I have no issues. I just wanted people to say my side of the story and not just paint me as bad news, because it's not the truth, and y'all been witnessing it yourselves at the caucus. So that's kind of what's going on and been going on. So I pray that you pay attention to other people's, I don't want to say drama, but situations.
Was it rigged? I mean, what happened Tuesday night?
Yes, it's election rigging at its finest. So we got there at about 4:30. Some got there right before 5. When we tried to enter into the building, they told us we cannot come in because they had a party going on at 5 o'clock. Residents from throughout Thornton Township showed up in drones. We had buses out there, cars. You know, it was super cold because I know I ran into you outside, and I was out there with them. They didn't even let me in. So when I did try to go in originally around 5, they told me they had a party and we cannot enter into the building. I asked, can you please let the residents inside the building? They said, no, they have a party. I said, but this is our residence. Let them in. They said no. They did not register for the party. I felt that was so disheartening because at the end of the day, this is somebody's mom, auntie, cousin, uncle. You should let them in. It was cold outside, super cold. So I had a problem with that. No one had the opportunity to basically be a nominee. And that's where they messed up at. You're supposed to allow anybody that wants to run for office the opportunity to nominate themselves, let alone a slate, let alone anybody in the room can say, hey, I nominate myself for supervisor, I nominate myself for clerk. But they didn't give anybody the opportunity to do that. He only nominated himself and his slate, which was wrong. And I was fighting for my people to get in the building because it was cold outside.
How come nobody stood up to nominate you?
Well, we did. If you watch the tape, I nominated myself.
Is that what you were saying to Napoleon Harris from the board? We couldn't hear you.
Yes. Somebody got it on tape. I had saw the video, and also my team have it on the tape. If you want the footage, we'll give it to you. But he did not acknowledge anyone or anybody's demand. I was the only one that stood up to him. As you guys know, I am a fighter. I would not be bullied. I would not let people do voter suppression. That was the biggest voter suppression I've ever seen. And we talk about history, right? Every time we talk about history, we're talking about people that fought for the right to vote. But yet, they didn't have the right to vote this time. Why? Why is that? Why mute the votes? Why mute the voices? Why mute the residents? I have a problem with that because if he thought he was going to win, he would have let him in. But he didn't because it was my base that was outside.
She's talking her talk right now, though. Listen here, man. Let's be honest. Regardless of if you like her or not, Tiffany Henyard is the reason why we here. Tiffany Henyard is the reason why we even know about Thornton Township. Tiffany Henyard is the reason why we even know about Dalton, Illinois. That's just the facts. Alright? Without Tiffany Henyard being here, we ain't talking about none of this. And listen, whether she's been doing a good job or a bad job in y'all eyes, I have my certain opinions about her, of course. If you've been along for the journey, you know how I feel about Tiffy. You know how I feel about Tiffy already. But what I see going on here is kind of fraud. It sounds like a little bit of fraud. And I really do want to know why the people didn't vote and there was just a nomination from the Democratic leader on that side, and that was it. Nobody had any say-so about that. That's kind of reminding me of what they did to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on the Democratic side. They didn't have anybody vote in Kamala Harris. They just appointed her as the next nominee, even though there was probably other people that would have had a much better situation. This is exactly what's happening to Tiffany Henyard. And I'm actually, I can't believe the Democratic Party is just breaking down in front of our eyes like this. I really can't believe it, but it's happening, y'all. It is happening. Let's continue.
Because we couldn't get in. He said, and I quote, "We are not letting anybody in until 6:30. 6:30 came, we were still outside. So when I finally got in, because people let me through the line, that's the only way I got in the building. Other than that, I would have been outside still with the people.
An attorney for Mr. Harris says you were not qualified because you didn't have a certified assessor on your ticket. What do you say to that?
That's not true. How would anybody know that if you didn't give me an opportunity to make my nominations? People can't just assume what they think I have. I have to make the nominations on the floor before someone can say that I didn't have something. That's not true.
What's next? How do you fight it?
So we will be in court. This is a legal battle. Everybody has been calling us, saying they're gonna stand with Tiffinay Henyard. I appreciate that. Even the naysayers said they're gonna stand with me because people like righteousness. They don't like this wrong way of dictatorship for government. That is not how you take over things. It was a hostile takeover. And the media was all out there. Y'all saw it firsthand. No one should ever get the opportunity to sit there and be a dictator in a community where you govern everybody. And that's why I told, I think it was Channel 32, that he's a coward. He did not want to face me head up. He knew that I was going to dominate in that room. And that's why he did not allow my residents inside of the building.
What do you say to the allegation?
Which is fair. That's fair. It should be fair. It should be voted. The people should vote. I don't know who this Napoleon Harris guy is. Let's be honest here. I don't know who. I know who Tiffinay Henyard is. I'll be honest. So I don't know the history. I don't know. I got to do my research on him. Maybe y'all can help me out in the comments. Maybe y'all can help me out, y'all that are actually in Thornton Township. Y'all can help us out. Let us know in the comments if Napoleon Harris is actually a better pick than Tiffinay Henyard. Because Tiffinay Henyard is the only reason, again, like I said, the only reason why we're here in the first place. Let's be honest here. So I'm really wanting to know, like, if it is rigged or if it is not fair, are they going to allow the people to vote, or are they just going to keep it like this and take their L and have somebody else come in and take their place, maybe a Republican? Because, again, it's looking like the Democratic Party is failing so bad right now. So bad. They're fighting against each other. It's looking really bad. I don't know what's going on, man, but y'all got to get it together for real, man. Let's continue.
Allegations from Nikita Cloud that you tried to disrupt the event by mentioning yourself, possibly a bomb threat, or the allegation that Mr. Price called and tried to cancel the event.
So to people that's got all these false accusations, false statements, I am suing for defamation of character. I am suing because that is not true. Be able to back up what you report. And that's what I tell everybody. Everybody using my name and my face for views and clicks, but no one got facts. Everything y'all been doing has been smear campaign, and I have a problem with that. And that's why rarely I come out and I speak with you guys, because you don't want the fact check. That's one thing I love about Nate. Nate came and sat down with me. He fact checked. We give him the information, he go check it. He don't just run a story just because. And that's why I ask all y'all to do, at least be fair in the reporting. Because people look up to your stations. You are news. Northwest, East, South, you are the news. But
that sounds like what Trump be going through. I ain't even gonna lie.
yet you guys are reporting off of drama. I don't like it. It's not a reality show, but y'all making it as that.
Do you know anything about tomorrow's meeting with Township Electoral Board trustees?
For here,
Right at 10 o'clock.
yes, we have that at 10 a.m. I will be here. It's for those that file for a independent or a political party. So people challenge their whatever it is in there. They challenge them, and on that day they get the opportunity to be heard before the electoral board.
Will you do a write-in candidacy, or?
I'll be on the ballot.
Are you a part of any of those challenges tomorrow?
I am not. I am not.
Today you said the township's on the verge of closing because of insurance issues. Can you explain what that means and when that could happen?
Well, that's something exclusively for Channel 7. So that's why I told you before we stood here that it would strictly be about the caucus.
How do you feel about the decision to have a caucus as opposed to like a primary?
I think they took the right away for the people. And that right then, every single time, we always had a primary in Thornton Township. When Frank Zuccarelli was the supervisor, he always had a primary because over 10,000 people come out to vote in that election. And I felt that the people was stripped of that right. Whereas they created a caucus and now a handful of people get to come and pick township government. I just don't see how that's fair. But if that's the rules, we will follow the rules. But I still think that people should be able to go to the ballot and people should have ballot access. I just feel that way.
Why are you deciding not to talk about essential township services that are provided with the greater media group here today? That would seem to be
I
the
just
more
saw
relevant
me talk
part.
about that, and I talk every single time I have a special meeting. I literally sit here and talk about what's going on every single time. And it's your job to now piece it all together. So when we say something, they say something, now you go fact check it. But no one does that. I put 4 years in for everything else. Check out the information that's being put out, but no one's doing it. That's why I gave y'all the emails. I gave you the facts, because they put information out, and it's all false. It's not even true.
Fact check it. That's what she's telling us to do. That's what she's telling us reporters to do. That's what she's telling the news to do. That's what Donald Trump's been telling the news to do. That's all that I've been hearing all 2024 during the these presidential debates and presidential rallies. Where's the facts? Where's the facts? And it seems like Tiffinay is coming with facts. Although, like I said, the majority of the media, like she said, the majority of the media is putting out negative stuff towards Tiffinay. I'll be honest. And it's painting Tiffinay in a bad light. But it's not only because of the media. Tiffinay Henyard has done some egregious stuff herself. let's not forget that. We got the statements from the investigation they had on Tiffinay Henyard with Lori Lightfoot. We got the investigation on what the FBI has brought up with Tiffinay Henyard. Now she's still fighting these stuff in court, and obviously it's going to take its course, but she was allegedly doing some egregious stuff. So in all reality, we understand why the media is painting her like this. But in this specific situation, I think that they are playing her. I think that they actually should have let it be a vote. I don't think that people should be getting nominated in just because they want to be nominated in. No. Run a campaign. Let your voice go up against their voice. Whoever gets the most votes wins. And that's how it should be in any election. Honestly. That's how it should be. Forget the electoral votes, popular vote wins.
To be able to have the factual information about these services to show to our readers and our viewers.
And that's why we gave it to you guys. We gave you exactly that. We gave you the information. So if you have more questions, please, by all means, send an email. Keith Price is my point of contact. Y'all can reach out to him, and he will definitely respond. He also have interview with several of you guys when I'm not here. He know what's going on. Any more questions about the caucus? No? Okay, go ahead, Kate. You got anything you want to say about your letter?
Not really worried about what he got to say. I'll be honest with you. We came here for Tiffinay. If y'all want to check out this video, go ahead and do that, man. It's on NBC Chicago. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Is Tiffinay Henyard going to get a chance to become Thornton Township Supervisor again? Do y'all think that is a possibility, or do you think that her career is over when it comes to that realm? She's still the mayor of Dalton, as for now. I'm not sure when the election is in Dalton, so we'll see what happens with Tiffinay in Dalton as well, because she has not been getting good publicity or good press over there as well, even though she has been doing a lot for the community. Let's not take that lightly. But let me know your thoughts about that down in the comments below. I'd really like to know your thoughts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on your way out. And until next time, man, it's your boy Dgotsauce. Peace.